Jessica had me on the stand testifying for the prosecution, but Barbara's attorney made me feel like I was testifying for the defense.
I hate to say it, but that guy is good.
He's crafty, the way he twists everything around.
I bet Rose wouldn't have let him get away with it.
Oh, I don't know about that. He could push your buttons. He pushes the wrong one and Rose would explode.
Which is bad news anyway, you cut it.
How can you stay so calm?
Deep breaths, and I count to 10 before each answer. You listening, Hal? I hear you. Guess we better get back in there.
Good luck. You too.
I know how much this means to you, Carly. I'll do the best I can.
I know you will. I hate to say this, girls, but given how this trial's going, Barbara could walk. And if that happens, I do not know what I'm gonna do.
Well, even if Barbara does manage to slither out of this thing, it doesn't make her innocent. She is as guilty as the day is long, and she will pay for it, one way or another.
I hope that's not a threat. If it is, I hope you'll reconsider.
We have no need to threaten your poor client. She's gonna have it rough enough trying to live her whole life knowing the horrible things she's done.
Let's go back in the courtroom, shall we, girls? If he wants to take pot shots, let him put us back on the stand.
Don't let them get to you either. True. After the trial is over, you won't be the most popular gal in town, but you'll be free.
Has it ever occurred to you for even 1 second that you might be wrong?
And where does that get us?
Maybe all your fancy footwork will backfire. And not only will I be the most hated gal in town, I'll also be a convicted felon.
For the last time, you're not going to jail. I'm preparing our case for the defense, and when I unveil our Trojan horse...
Oh, please. You used up your drama allowance when you passed out those stones to the angry townsfolk. There is no Trojan horse. There is no secret weapon. Oh, my God. Don't tell me you're bringing James Dunn back into the courtroom.
Just trust me, okay? Please tell us what happened after you brought Barbara back to the police station.
After first refusing to answer any questions, she decided to make a confession.
With or without the benefit of counsel?
She waived her right to counsel.
Objection. The confession in question was already deemed inadmissible. Thanks to a motion by Mr. Travers himself, I fail to see how it has any bearing right now.
Where are you going with this, Mr. Travers?
If Your Honor and my esteemed colleague will bear with me, it goes to show the credibility of this witness.
I'm only prepared to bear with you for so long, so make it quick.
Lieutenant, you had a conversation with my client prior to her delivering this so-called confession. Isn't that so?
Yes.
And did this talk encourage her to make a confession without benefit of counsel?
I suppose it could have.
Please, tell us if there were any conditions attached to what you said.
I told her that she couldn't see our son unless she came clean.
In other words, you coerced the confession.
I wouldn't call it coercion.
Telling her she couldn't see her son if she didn't confess.
I was trying to protect our son.
Protect your son or punish the woman who dumped you for another man?
Objection, Your Honor.
Sustained.
I withdraw the last question. Lieutenant, in previous testimony, you stated that you cared deeply for Ms. Ryan. Does that mean that you kept close tabs on her after her arrest?
I tried to.
You tried? You weren't successful?
I wasn't always available.
In fact, you were hospitalized in a psychiatric ward, weren't you?
Objection, Your Honor. I fail to see how Lieutenant Munson's medical history has any bearing here.
I disagree, Miss Griffin. The witness will answer.
I was under the influence of a type of post-hypnotic suggestion commonly known as brainwashing. I needed time to recover.
And who had you programmed, Lieutenant?
James Stenbeck.
I see. We heard earlier in testimony that you facilitated his escape from the hospital. Is this hypnotic suggestion why you were induced to help Mr. Stenbeck?
Yes. And obviously anything that I did was against my will. I did not want to help him.
Really? Sounds frighteningly familiar. Yet here you sit, free as a bird. Isn't there someone else in this courtroom who was forced to aid and abet Mr. Stenbeck against her will?
Objection. Counsel is calling for conclusion on part of the witness.
Mr. Travers, please rephrase.
Certainly, Your Honor. Lieutenant, isn't Barbara Ryan just another one of James Stenbeck's unwitting victims, just as you were? Just as Carly Tenney, Emily Stewart, and Rose D'Angelo were as well? Please, answer the question. Do you believe that Barbara Ryan was used by James Stenbeck to accomplish his own ends?
I believe that Barbara is a victim, yes.
Thank you.
But there is a difference between what she did and what I did. She had a choice.
I have one more question. Do you believe Barbara Ryan is a dangerous criminal who should be put away for the rest of her life?
No, I do not believe that.
Order. Order. Order in the court. Order.
Emily, I had to answer the question as it was put to me. I had to tell the truth. I'm sorry if I hurt you.
All right, here's the problem, Hal. If Barbara gets off scot-free, how am I going to live with the fact that you helped make that happen?
You heard me, Emily. I tried to say more. I tried to say how Barbara made the choice to be Stenbeck's pawn, but this guy... Emily, we have to talk about this.
No, not now. I can't even believe what you did in there. I gotta go.
Em...
Didn't you trade her for your girlfriend? You sent her off to a man you knew to be dangerous. Used her to protect yourself.
Objection, Your Honor. Counsel is drawing conclusions for the witness that are entirely contrary to the very heart of his testimony.
That's not exactly how it happened.
In the funhouse, when there was a gun pointed at your head, you allowed Barbara Ryan to trade her life for your own.
Objection, Your Honor.
Overruled. The witness will answer the question.
As I said, that's not exactly how it happened.
Which part is incorrect? That you traded your girlfriend for the woman you'd come to despise? Or that you allowed my client to trade her life for your own?
I had to make a judgment call, Mr.
The
Travers.
fact
Your
is
client...
that you sold Barbara out, isn't it? To save your own hide.
Stop it! You're twisting everything around to make him look bad. Just cut that out!
Order.